Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to TV8's Good Morning Vail for this Thursday, May 11th edition. This is a live shot of that I-70 corridor first thing this morning. Now, if you were traveling on this stretch of road last night, then you were sitting in some pretty heavy traffic because we unfortunately had a semi-truck light on fire that caused quite a bit of delays on this roadway. So just make sure that you're staying nice and safe out there, everyone. You could see some pretty heavy cloud coverage socked in right above Vail Village, and that's going to keep those temperatures into the mid-40s throughout the course of this morning. I'm your in-studio host, Maddie Evans, and we've got a great show in store for you for the next 2 hours of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here each and every morning for about for the full 2 hours, where we can bring you so much wonderful information about things taking place in and around our community. Now, we've got some great national holidays to celebrate today, one of which being Make a Book Day. So if you're someone who likes to read, well then today's a great day to make your own book. It's also a National Foam Rolling Day, which is so good for your tight muscles. Maybe if you have a sore back, it's a good day to get on the foam roller. And then it is National Eat What You Want Day. So I'm thinking after Good Morning Vail, it's ice cream for breakfast because I can eat what I want today. Now, we've got some great things taking place on the show. We're going to introduce you to Glitz and Glam and a wonderful spa where you can go and just start to relax, maybe self-care a little bit. So Gretchen does a great job of showing you all of the wonderful amenities that all of our local spas have to offer. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. Then we've got Meghan Buchanan, who is an incredible athlete who has her own company that you're going to want to hear more information on. Then we've got scoreboard updates. We've got All Points North Lodge giving us some great tips and tricks on maybe things like seasonal depression, or if you have anxiety, things that you can do to really help calm yourself, as well as the Town of Vail coming in to talk about some housing things, some summer parking, and some great summer events that we have coming up this year. But if you were looking for something to do today, well, we've got some activities taking place in and around our community. The Vail Library has a wonderful tech studio, and that's taking place from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., where you can go and enjoy some of their wonderful things over there, a virtual reality system, 3D printing, and so much more. So make sure that you go check out the Vail Public Library today from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then Limbs for Liberty is doing a wonderful fundraising event that you can participate in tonight starting at 5:30 at Vail Mountain Coffee Roasters in Minturn. Now, this is a great way for you to just get out, show some support, and give some of your time. Also, they're going to have some delicious food there because it is a pierogi festival, a pierogi fest, where you can go and enjoy all of this delicious food, and you can really participate in all of the wonderful fundraising efforts that they are doing for Ukraine right now. So you can go online for more information, as they're doing such a wonderful job, and they've been doing multiple little events throughout our community. And so you can go to limbsforliberty.com to see exactly what they're doing, what events and activities they have coming up, and exactly where that money is being allocated, which is really cool. Now, one more thing that you can get out there and do tonight is the Bookworm of Edwards has a 6 p.m. event, and the event is called A Mile at a Time with Travis Macy, and this is just a great way to motivate yourself to maybe get out there and do more. And so if you are looking for some inspiration, this is an event you're not going to want to miss. It is a $10 registration fee. You can call, you can pay online, you can go into the Bookworm, or you can just make sure that you make your way over there, and you can probably pay for your tickets at the door as well. And they always have great snacks at any of the events that take place at the Bookworm of Edwards because they have that incredible cafe there. Now let's take a look at that local weather forecast for today. We saw quite a bit of precipitation overnight last night, and that's going to continue throughout the course of today. Like I said, temperatures first thing this morning in the 40s, 41 degrees around 8 a.m. 46 degrees is our high, and that cloud coverage is going to help kind of sock those temperatures in at that 40-degree mark. Now, we are expecting to see a 90% chance of precipitation throughout the course of today. Winds coming out of the west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour, which is going to make that 46 degrees feel just a little bit cooler out there than it actually is. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see cloud coverage first thing this morning. Rain showers are likely throughout the course of today, and then light rain as we approach this evening. Now, as I was leaving my house in West Vail at about 5:55 this morning, it was raining. So if you are getting out on those roadways, give yourself some extra travel time, and especially on that part of the I-70 corridor where we can see some standing water. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, temperatures down in Denver chilly compared to where they were yesterday. 55 degrees in Denver, 90% chance of precipitation. 46 in Vail with a 90% chance of moisture. 47 in Avon, 90% chance of precipitation. And that 90% chance of moisture is going to span all the way out to Eagle, where we're going to see a high of 54 degrees. And a low pressure system sitting above this entire I-70 corridor, bringing us quite a bit of precipitation, increased chances of moisture. So if you are getting on those roads, just give yourself that extra travel time. Drive a little bit slower. You do not want to hydroplane, and just keep yourself and everyone else around you safe. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down a little bit. 39 degrees is our overnight low. 80% chance of precipitation. Cloudy with some light rain is what they're calling for overnight tonight. Now, that sun is going to set at 8:09 p.m. Winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour, so a slight breeze rolling through. Now, as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, tomorrow, 50% chance of morning rain with a high of 54 degrees. Warming up just slightly by Saturday, 57 degrees with a 50% chance of moisture. We're going to see that 50% chance of precipitation throughout the entire weekend. Scattered showers on Sunday. 59 degrees is our high. Temperatures warming up into the 60s by Monday with a 30% chance of precipitation. Mostly cloudy skies. Afternoon showers are expected on Tuesday with a high of 63 degrees. So if you are making your way out there throughout the course of the next 5 days, just make sure that you have that light rain jacket with you on standby, since we're going to see those scattered showers. Now we're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good Morning Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com. Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we talk a lot about self-care here only because it's something that's so important, and especially since we're seeing these high-pressure systems and these low-pressure systems and this crazy influx of weather right now because we are in those spring conditions. It's really important that you take great care of your skin and yourself, and you allow yourself that self-care time. Now, a great place to go is the Revival Spa in the Riverwalk at Edwards. They offer so many incredible things because they are a medical spa, too, and Gretchen has this wonderful segment called Glitz and Glam, and she had a chance to go catch up with the Revival Spa. So let's take a look at some of the things that they have to offer.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I'm here in beautiful Edwards, Colorado, Revival Boutique and Med Spa. Welcome back to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm so excited to be at Revival Boutique and Spa. It is so beautiful here in the heart of Edwards, Colorado, with one of my favorite human beings, Jessica Ballantyne. How are you doing, Jess?
Hi, Gretchen. I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate it. This is awesome.
I love this because she is such a beautiful human being inside and out, and this space is stunning. It makes me feel so good to be in here. The calming energy, the presence here is just a fun place to be. And I have to be honest, I have been a customer for many a year. So whenever someone says I look good, I have to say it's because of you. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Well, you're gorgeous, and that's what we want to promote. And thank you for expounding upon the whole the energy and vibe, because that's something that we definitely focus on here, and that was really important to me when opening up something like this. I wanted to really stay away from the clinical vibe, that kind of sterile, feeling or aesthetic, and really wanted it to feel like a comforting space to hang out where women and men can feel safe, and where really it's kind of like a hangout, but you're really just trying to help, make yourself feel better, look better, whatever it is that you can do to, take care of yourself, really.
And I
Self-care.
love that about you, because it's such a stunning space, and it is a boutique and medical spa, and so many things that you have here really make you shine from the inside out. And I love that you really focus on that moment. It is about the mind, body, and beauty, like we always say. It is. And the whole concept of revival, coming back to life, becoming this like phoenix again from the ashes, and coming back and feeling your beautiful self. And I know so many people, I won't drop names, that come here, many people that I'm friends with. And what are some of the things that you guys do here at Revival?
Yeah, well, we are, to speak to the whole thing, we are HIPAA compliant, so we never share anyone's information in terms of who comes here. We really try to make sure we keep people's anonymity safe, and although we do really think it's important for us to really feel good and be honest and unapologetic about what we do here, and to make women and men feel good about the fact that when you see someone walking down the street that looks good, or you think that their skin looks great, they probably did something to work on it. Right. Just like when you go to the gym, if somebody has a great physique, they've probably done something to be active with it. So some of the things we offer here are injectables. We do neuromodulators like Botox and Jeuveau. We also offer fillers, which we can work in the lips, the cheeks, chin, anything to kind of help reestablish what's been lost over time with age. We really try to focus on maintaining your natural aesthetic. We don't want to make you look different, but maybe the whole kind of like, wow, you look good, what did you do?
Kind
Not like, what did you do?
Yes,
exactly, refresh. That's perfect. So we also offer radio frequency microneedling to help with collagen and tightening elastin. We offer laser resurfacing. We do photofacial treatments that help with pigment and vascularity. We also offer chemical peels, facials for the more relaxing vibe. We give the best facial in town, if you ask me.
I love it.
We really focus on pampering, we also offer M-Sculpt, which is one of my favorite treatments that helps to build muscle as well as destroying fat. So it actually taps into your fat reserves to help build that metabolic response and build muscle, which is something that we lose over time as well. Is really important to us here. It's not just about the aesthetic. It's actually about us really feeling good and being stronger, better endurance. Yeah.
Well, and I love that you said that too. It's about the health piece as well. Totally. And we were talking off camera a little bit that you can look beautiful and you can eat well, whatever. But if you're not, it's important to do every single piece of it, mind, body, soul, beauty, all of it, you know?
It's a holistic approach. You have to
Right.
kind of think about all the things, and that's something we really focus on here. We also offer the Emsella chair, which is something that actually helps with urinary incontinence.
Wow.
It helps with something called diastasis, well, it helps with pelvic floor strengthening. The M-Sculpt helps with diastasis recti, which is something that's helpful for women who have had babies, who
Right.
their basically abdomen kind of separates.
Wow.
But the Emsella chair helps with urinary incontinence. It helps with erectile dysfunction with men, and also urinary incontinence in men as well. Men who have had prostatectomies or had issues with their prostate, with prostate cancer, things like this. So it can help bring back a quality of life, you know,
Right.
because it really affects us in our daily, you know, activities and how comfortable we feel if we're running down the street or as a woman,
Yes.
or like jumping on the trampoline with our kids or working out or
Right.
laughing too hard. And so, you know, again, it's really about focusing on how we feel and how we show up in life and having confidence, you know. And when we look good, we feel good. When we feel good, we also look good. Like, as you said, kind of
Right.
like emanating that radiance from the inside out. Yeah.
I love that. You are such a powerful woman, and
Aw.
you are. You
Well, we
truly
all are, you know, women and men, and that's one thing
That's-
that we try to focus on is like the community. We really are all one. We all have this amazing essence within us,
Yes.
you know. So if we can bring that about within each other, and another thing about coming in here that I love is like the healing power of touch. It's so
Yes.
incredible how healing and powerful it is, you know, when you can have like just a little bit of that something or other, you know, just
Yes.
in a day. Like, that was what was so hard during the pandemic, people having to like, you know, separate or stand off. And
Right.
as soon as we opened back up, it was like people flocked in here. We needed that interaction, and we needed to feel good about ourselves. And some of that comes from obviously like feeling good about ourselves from within, but
Right.
you know, we want to work on things outwardly too, and that's okay. And again, being
Yes.
unapologetic about it and doing what makes us feel good.
I love that you said that, unapologetically yourself, and feeling it's okay to look good and feel good. And
Yes.
everyone wants to feel that and have that moment. And I also love that you said men coming in here as well, because I feel like, especially maybe in our town, people don't, oh, that's not true. A lot of men want to look good and feel good too. Why is that any
Totally.
different than women? So I know you're an
Yes.
open space for everyone, and I love that
Everyone.
as well. Yeah.
Yep. He, she, they, all of the
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever, you know, whatever makes you feel good. I feel like as long as you have integrity and good intentions behind
Right.
what you're doing, you're not harming others. There's nothing wrong with whatever you're pursuing or desiring, whether it's activity, whether it's something in aesthetics or,
Right.
you know, something that you want to do to maintain. And we all have different ways of being, right? Like
100.
our styles, our
Yes.
vibes, like
Yes.
all of those things. Like, we should all feel really good about the uniqueness of ourselves and empower each other to do that and build it up, you know?
And I think that's what I love so much about you guys, this space, Revival as well, the mind, body, and beauty, because truly you touch base, like you just said, on every single piece of that. And when people leave here, you're really making them feel like the best versions of themselves. So you're changing
our hope.
the world 1% at a time. Not to sound cheesy, but it's truth. Just making people shine in a different way.
Totally. It's
Yeah.
the little things that we can do. You know, sometimes, like in the space of our world right now, things seem overwhelming.
Yes.
I try to really kind of stay away from the news because it does seem, but I think what we can do one day at a time, just the little things, the little
Yes.
efforts that we can do to touch others and to like send love out, you know, into our space in
Yes.
our world, you know, that's what we can do. We can focus on the little things one step at a time. Yeah.
Jessica, you're amazing. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you. You're
talking to
amazing
us
too.
today. And keep it right here for more of Glitz and Glam with Gretchen.
Thanks, Gretchen.
I don't know about you, but I am inspired to get over to the Revival Spa. Now, we've got more from the Revival Spa later in the show, so make sure that you stay tuned so that you can maybe see if there are services that best suit your self-care needs. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, we've got a Rumple blanket with us, which this is the original puffy blanket. And if you have not seen one of these, well, then they are great for the environment. And the reason that is because this blanket right here is made out of 60 recycled water bottles. So I'm just going to fold this down a little bit. You can see what the blanket looks like. These are absolutely amazing if you're getting out there to do anything outside. They are water and stain resistant as they are finished with a DWR on there, making it nice and convenient for all of your outdoor needs. Not only does it curl up into this nice little packaging, so it's super low-key, mellow to take anywhere with you, but as well as getting it out and about, it is made with synthetic insulation, which means that it is machine washable. So if you do spill something on it, it's super easy to get nice and clean. You can see that this is a beautiful one with the Arches National Park on it. You can head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on one of these fabulous blankets, or you can go to their website at sunandski.com, and that way you can order one right to your house. We want to thank them for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We love powerful women, and we love women that set out with a mission and they totally accomplish it. Well, Meghan Buchanan does just that, not only with her incredible company, but with the incredible things that she gets out there to do to prove to herself that she can do it. And Liz Farron had a chance to sit down and chat with her about some of her wonderful accomplishments. So let's introduce you to Meghan.
Welcome back to your Saturday edition of TV8 Vail. I'm your host, Liz. I was talking at the Open about some amazing human being, right? Meghan Buchanan is with me right now. I am beyond excited because you have done things that I could never even picture myself doing, much less imagine anybody doing. And then here we have this beautiful, empowered female. And I want to thank Dana Erickson for introducing us. Yes. I read about you last week. And I said to Danielle, our boss, I really want to get her on the show. So I just kind of went investigating and got you here because you're just an incredible woman.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
I know.
It's step by step. You get there.
Everything is step by step.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people don't understand. You don't just wake up one day and become successful. It's always a long road. Yes. And I know you faced a lot of obstacles before you became. Are you ranked at all as a climber? You know, like in the world or anything like that?
No, and there's a lot of different kinds of climbers for sure. And there are people that it is absolutely 100% their profession. They're doing first ascents. They're finding new routes. I am in the category of I have a day job that's not climbing.
Hold on. Wait till you hear what her day job is.
So I'm an aerospace engineer.
Who says that?
I know. So nobody ever. And then my biggest hobby has now become climbing, mountaineering, polar exploration. But I am about to finish, and we'll get to it, the North Pole, which will be the Explorers Grand Slam. And that actually does rank me as one of the only women that has completed the Explorers Grand Slam.
That is just incredible. I have the goosebumps just thinking about it because, you know, it's one thing to set a goal, make it happen.
Yeah.
But when you make goals like this is extreme. This is something that men, anybody really can't even imagine pulling off. So I'm very impressed, and I'm just blown away. But what makes me more impressed is how you overcame a lot, not only to become an aerospace engineer, but to do the climbs and things like that. Because to be an aerospace engineer, you have to read a lot and everything like that, and you had to overcome dyslexia.
Yes.
So how did you pull this off?
Yeah, so people always ask how I became who I am, and I joke, I'm like, I'm a middle kid with a learning disability, because I was never good enough for myself and always had to prove myself. And but what I realize is all this determination really came from little Megan at 7 years old, who was diagnosed with dyslexia.
Okay.
And I remember the doctors and teachers told my mother, we're so sorry, she's not going to achieve much academically. And my mom, I remember the look on my mother's face, and she was like, screw that.
Yeah.
She's like, sweetheart, you can be anything you want to be. You are just going to have to work harder than everyone else. And that starts today in this house. And
what a great mom.
She's so strong and so amazing. And my father was a Rhodes Scholar to MIT, so brilliant. So my mom knew my daughter's smart, and so she started digging in, and she raised me to just work harder. And any goal, and I'm so grateful to have that support and love. But even as a kid with such a great support system, the amount of shame and embarrassment and everything that I felt as a kid with a learning disability, it really did drive me. And that's part of the reason now that I also get out there and I talk about it, because I want other kids to really realize that this actually has become my biggest strength and my superpower. It gave me determination. It gave me drive. It gave me never quit. It gave me grit. So yeah, so I think it started that way, is really working hard through school, getting that degree in aerospace engineering, perhaps having to repeat calculus 2 several times. That happened. But I wanted it so bad. I failed, I got back up. I failed, I got back up. And that set the tone for my life. And so then when, the other thing that happened here in Colorado, back bowls of Vail, was a broken femur. And I know them telling me, like, yeah, you're going to have, a cane or wheelchair the rest of your life. That drive just kicked in. I was like, nope, not my life. And then all the work of everyone in the Vail Valley putting Humpty Dumpty back together. And so many people have that story here,
Sure.
And that is when I was a hiker before that. The outdoors was my therapy. It was my refuge. It was, as a little kid, where I could go and I felt good at something, and I could do it with my dad, and he was so proud of me. And so that wanting to hike, when I was trying to rehab my leg, that's all I focused on, is like, I want to hike to Everest Base Camp again. I want to hike Kilimanjaro again. I had done that.
Wow.
Which I'm sorry, everyone in Vail Valley is like, oh, who hasn't climbed Kilimanjaro? Everyone
I climbed
has.
the stairs here and got winded.
It's not that, but I never thought I'd climb Everest. But I was so focused on that. And when we finally got my leg back together and me mobile, and had, certain surgeries because I was allergic to titanium, I went back to Everest Base Camp. And then I was like, that was easy, because I was so mentally strong at that point from my injuries, and my tolerance for pain was up. I went back to Kilimanjaro. That was easy. And then I was like, I'm going to do Aconcagua, which is, I know, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
And then that started my whole path. And then I decided I'm going to do the 7 summits with the whole mission of showing other people what you can do with determination and just drive and believing in yourself.
Well, I almost want to cry, because this is the deal. There's so many people that when they are faced with diversity or a problem, let's say they broke, my femur hurts just talking to you right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, people need to listen to you and really listen hard, because you can take it one way or the other. A lot of people want to just kind of bask in it and don't take that step. So
Yes.
listening to you, you're very motivating, and I want people to understand that no matter what you go through, you can get past it. It does not matter whether it's an injury or a mental health issue, or like you said, a learning disability or anything. At 7 years old, you could have just given up. I mean, 7-year-olds don't necessarily think, no, I'm going to make this my strongest suit. And I'm going to take it on.
Yeah.
And thank goodness you had a wonderful mom and dad that took care of you as well. But the idea of persevering and overcoming obstacles is why I have you here. Not to mention that I'm impressed by everything that you do, but the reason is that I want everybody to understand that no matter what happens in life, you can overcome it and you can grow from it and learn from it and maybe even utilize it to make a success out of yourself. Doesn't matter what you choose to do. You can become a chef, anything, you know?
What is your Everest? It doesn't actually have to
Right,
be
your Everest can be, like I said, you can be a chef, you can be a skier.
I want to run a
anything.
5K. I want to get my kid through high school.
Right.
I want to learn to speak up for myself at work. And it's all these things that are tangible, but you have to understand the ownership portion. And it is so hard to get up early every single day and go train. It is so hard to, the sacrifices you need to make to get to the goal you want, but you have to own that.
Yes.
And so many people I know, oh, I could never do this or I could never do that, and this reason or that reason. I'm like, those are excuses. If you want it, you got to go get it. You got to go work harder than everybody else. And it is achievable, but you have to start being honest with yourself.
Correct.
And you have to start taking just one step. And I always say fake it till you make it a lot of times. In the beginning, it's very hard to self-motivate for any goal you have.
Even exercising, like getting back into an exercise regime.
If you can just, with all the energy you have, push it one step, then the next day is going to be a little bit easier. And you have to also combat the negative voices in your head. Constantly as a kid growing up, and because teachers literally would yell at me and verbally abuse me, you're not smart enough, you're an idiot, you're stupid. And you have to learn to combat those voices inside. Because unfortunately, it is so sad how we beat ourselves up internally. Everyone does. You're a CEO of a company, the most successful person. You have those inner voices. And it's learning to be like, not today.
Right. I mean,
and creating your own narrative.
Yes.
And owning what you're going to be doing.
Absolutely. Just
and
like,
take that step.
A lot of people have, like, I don't like saying self-loathing because it's just such a powerful word. But, like, even with myself, if I make a mistake, I beat myself up.
Yeah.
Why don't I just say, okay, well, big mess up and I can still.
You're right. And I always say mantras. In any hike I'm doing, I'll create a mantra for that expedition. And it's something I repeat over and over and over that motivates me when I'm feeling weak. And like for Everest, it was, I'm strong, I'm capable, I want this, I have grit. Today, I choose to take another step. And I just repeat that over and over. And it is, and it might sound kind of hokey to some people, but it gets you through and it teaches you to believe in yourself and to be motivated.
Absolutely.
And to get up believe me, every morning I'm not like, woo, I can't wait to go train all day.
Sure.
No, like it's like I am choosing to love myself today. I'm going to get up and do this because I want that end result. And that doesn't happen overnight. Like it is like a lifelong practice, and I'm always practicing it.
Yeah.
And that is why I came up with GRIT, which is GGRIT, which is gratitude, growth, resilience, integrity, and tenacity. And looking back at my life, those are the 5 things that I practice on a daily basis that have gotten me to achieve the things that I've wanted to achieve. And it all starts with gratitude. And no matter what situation you're in, even in the most dire, if you can hold on to one thing you're grateful for, that starts that positivity back up. And it lets you know, all right, I'm grateful for this, I can take another step. And it's like just this beautiful mantra, and you listen to any athletes or CEOs, or they all usually mention gratitude. It is so important.
In life in general, gratitude
Yes,
is something that we
100%.
all need to embrace. I'm embracing you right now. I'm not going to have one of those vision boards anymore. I'm going to just put a picture of Meghan Buchanan on my mirror. And whenever I feel a little down, I'm like, nope, look at her, because you're amazing. I want to keep you here. I want to talk about so much more, some of your climbs and all this other great stuff. I'm so amazed by you.
Thank you.
I have gratitude for you being here today because the message you're sending is huge. We'll be back with more with Meghan Buchanan, one of the world's most amazing women, in my opinion. And we'll be back with more right here on TV8.
Totally agree with Liz. Meghan Buchanan is absolutely incredible. And how would it be to be an aerospace engineer and then do things like climb Kilimanjaro and create this company where you can help people remind themselves that it's important to be grateful and share your gratitude. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to take another look at Meghan Buchanan a little bit later in the show, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But then when we come back from the break, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast. So we'll see you in a minute.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the TV8 Viewers' Choice Awards, where we celebrate the videos that got the most views on our YouTube page from you, our viewers. I'm Maddie Evans, and let's see who's taking home the prizes for the month of April. Taking home the bronze is Good Morning Vail's April 13th edition, featuring the Vail Christian High School Theater Department. The silver award goes to Good Morning Vail on April 10th, featuring recruiter guy Bill Humbert. The gold goes to Good Morning Vail on April 22nd. The scoreboard covers track and field at Eagle Valley High School. The Platinum Award goes to Good Morning Vail on April 6th, featuring lacrosse with VMS and Eagle Valley High School. And clinching the #1 spot and taking home the Diamond Award, Good Morning Vail on April 15th, the Pike family from Florida giving us their rendition of Good Morning Vail. If you missed any of these trending videos, make sure that you check out our YouTube page, TV8's Good Morning Vail, and check out the playlist for the Viewers' Choice Awards for the month of April. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I'll see you next time. Join Good Day Vail May 15th through May 19th for a special week of redefining your living space. We'll be featuring tips and tricks from experts in real estate, home furnishing, flooring, and more. Just one more reason why there's more for you on Channel 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look at that local weather forecast for today. 41 degrees around 8 a.m., a high of 46 degrees. 90% chance of rain showers is likely throughout the course of today. Now, we are expecting to see winds come out of the west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see a little bit of cloud coverage first thing this morning. Rain showers throughout the course of the afternoon. Light rain as we approach this evening, so there will be some standing water on those roadways. We just want you to be extra careful out there if you are traveling along this I-70 corridor, especially headed towards Denver. 55 degrees in Denver, 90% chance of precipitation down there. 46 in Vail with a 90% chance of moisture. 47 in Avon, 90% chance of precipitation. 54 in Eagle with a 90% chance of precipitation. So we are seeing this low pressure system and this nice little storm front bringing us quite a bit of precipitation along that I-70 corridor. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down to 39 degrees is our overnight overnight low. 80% chance of rainfall. Cloudy with some light rain is what is in our forecast for tonight. That sun is setting at 8:09 p.m. and then we're going to see winds come out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of tonight. Now, as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, we are expecting more precipitation into tomorrow. A 50% chance of morning rain is likely. Temperatures warming up just a little bit, 54 degrees, 57 degrees by Saturday, continuing with that 50% chance of precipitation, and that's going to be those afternoon showers. Now, scattered showers are likely on Sunday with a 50% chance of moisture. Temperatures warming up to 62 degrees by Monday with a 30% chance of precipitation, mostly cloudy skies if you are making your way out there. And then afternoon showers are likely on Tuesday with a 40% chance of precipitation and temperatures into the low 60s. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this weather report this morning. If you're looking for a great place to go shopping for any of your indoor or outdoor needs, or maybe you need a new rain jacket, they're your one-stop shop. Now we're going to introduce you to the scoreboard, where we cover all of our wonderful local high school sports, and there's been a lot of things taking place, so let's take a look.
This is the scoreboard. I'm Ben Roof. We're here at Battle Mountain High School on a beautiful sunny Tuesday afternoon for the Battle Mountain varsity girls lacrosse team's first playoff game. They're playing against Holy Family. The game is already underway. We're going to catch some highlights of the game, speak to some players afterwards, and let's watch the Battle Mountain girls take one home. We are here on the scoreboard with Sophie, one of the seniors of the Battle Mountain varsity lacrosse team, and you just finished your game against Holy Family. How'd you guys do?
We did really good. Had a lot of fun. We played really good.
What was that final score there?
Like 19-7, I think.
Okay start to your playoff career here. So it's the playoffs. First game of the playoffs, big win at home. What are you guys looking forward to in your next game? Any big hurdles, any big challenges you think you're going to face?
We're ranked lower than the team we're playing, so like statistically, it's going to be a more challenging game, but I think we have what it takes.
In the rankings wise, the front range teams tend to be a little bit heavier ranked, right? Because they tend to have a bigger schedule just since there's more teams to play. You think that's going to affect them much? I mean, today, the team you played against had more wins on their record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we really don't know what we're getting into. We've watched film and stuff, and I think it's going to be a pretty up-in-the-air game and not really like leaning towards one team. So,
well, best of luck in that upcoming game. What about yourself? How do you feel you played today, and what position do you play?
I'm a midfield player. I feel like I played pretty good. Definitely supported the team a lot. Yeah.
You guys put a lot of points on the board. Any of those points yours?
Nope. But that's okay.
Any assists?
Nope. Not today.
No worries. You can't win them all. And plus, got to be a defensive player too. So let me ask another question. As you're kind of wrapping up your high school career here, what's in the future for you? College, playing lacrosse in college?
Yep. I'm going to the University of Kansas. Definitely planning on playing club lacrosse there in the spring. So
my sister's at the University of Kansas right now. Yeah, she's a resident at the medical program there in the vet program.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Sophie, and congratulations on your big win. Best of luck in your upcoming games. And once more, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
We are here on the scoreboard with Alex, one of the Attack on Battle Mountain's varsity lacrosse team. And you guys just blew Holy Family out of the water. How's that feel starting the playoffs off?
Feels good. Gives us some confidence going into the next game, I think. Yeah.
And who are you guys up against next?
I believe Thompson Valley, I think is their school name, something around there.
So you guys had a really, really strong game on the offense today. Was there anything that you were doing in particular that you think set the team up for success, or anything that you guys were preparing for throughout the week that really kind of set you up for today?
I don't think we really were preparing for anything, but something we did do was we did a lot more cuts than dodges this game because they changed up their defense on us, where they kind of put two people at the top, where we're normally a dodging team, but today we kind of got to work on our cutting, which was fun, different. Yeah.
Gotcha. So a little bit of a change up there. And do you feel like that kind of helped you guys with your rhythm, helped you kind of run that score up to almost 20? And score was 19, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it did. I think it just allowed a lot of our team to get goals in today. It wasn't just our couple dodgers, which sometimes is how it is against teams with a little faster defense. But so a lot of our team got goals in.
What about yourself? Any scores, any assists?
I think I got 6 goals today. A couple assists maybe in there. Not totally sure.
So how does that rank for yourself in terms of your season as an offensive player? Is that kind of a high or just sort of standard for you? I know that like scores in lacrosse can kind of be all over the board.
I'd say that's pretty high for me. I normally get a couple in, but not normally 6, so that's exciting.
So as a senior, it's kind of your last hurrah here. Is there anything that you're really looking forward to, your last like varsity playoff performance?
You know, we've kind of already won leagues, which has been super fun for us, but I'm just kind of looking forward to the next game, see what's coming next for us.
Really focusing on living in the moment there. All right, well, speaking of living in the moment, let's look at the future a little bit. After high school, what's life looking like for you? Were you off to college? Are you off to college? Are you planning on playing lacrosse in college at all?
I'm actually going to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and I am planning on playing club lacrosse there, so I'm super excited about that.
Thank you so much to Sophie and Alex for taking the time to talk to us after their big win today, and congratulations to the Huskies girls varsity lacrosse team on a strong start to their playoffs. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's update. Catch us next time here on the Scoreboard.
Good morning, Vail.
Love what you see on TV8? We want you to be part of our team. TV8 is currently recruiting for full and part-time positions, including bilingual editors, news and sports reporters, Good Morning Vail hosts, and an administrative assistant. Join us on Saturday, May 13th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for an open interview at our studio, located at 137 Benchmark Road inside the Seasons building. TV8 is proud to serve the community 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and we want you to be part of the fun. Check us out at tv8vail.com for more information.
Knapp Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Knapp Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. All Points North Lodge is a great rehab facility that we have here in our community, whether it's to help you make your way through addiction or to work on your mental health. They cover all things up there, and we had a chance to sit down with one of their fabulous therapists to talk about some great tips and tricks that you can use at home to kind of help mellow your brain out. And so let's introduce you to Dustin right now. Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. All Points North Lodge is a great place where people can really focus on their mental health, and we've got one of their incredible therapists joining me on the couch first thing this morning. Dustin Straight, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We love when you guys come in, only because I think mental health is so important, and I feel like we're in kind of a weird rut right now where everyone is so excited to see the sunshine, and we get it for like 2 days, and then we go back to 4 days of storms, and so it's hard.
Yeah, we're kind of in the tail end, like so it's been, and kind of we were just talking about it. It's been kind of a cloudy winter. Normally, it's we get a storm, it burns off, we have beautiful sunshine. That's actually one of kind of the primary factors in someone developing. It's actually called SAD, seasonal affective disorder.
Wow.
So yeah, it's not just a clever name. You find yourself kind of a little bit bummed out, a little bit lethargic, kind of fatigued easily. And it's a tricky thing because it kind of happens without you being super aware of it. So one of the things that I like to tell my clients, and just friends, family, whoever, is keeping a schedule is incredibly important, right? So just having that daily ritualized routine, getting out, getting exercise, and doing all of those things, but also actually getting as much sunlight as you can. So even when it is cloudy, you can still go outside and get that kind of UV rays to basically what the sun's going to do. It's going to activate a certain part of the brain. It's going to increase the flow of serotonin, which is obviously an important neurotransmitter because it's going to help us feel good. So that's certainly one thing that we can do is just getting outside. Even if it's not a beautiful, sunny day, bluebird, we don't necessarily need that, but we need to get outside.
Yes.
Connection is something that people absolutely need regardless of whatever season it is. So a sense of connection and belonging is something that I focus a lot on with all of my clients because it's very easy to isolate. And especially even in this valley, like sometimes, I live in Edwards, and sometimes I'm like, oh man, my friend's like all the way over in Avon.
I was just having this conversation that we're so spoiled because, some people live in a city and the commute to go from 5 blocks away from each other is going to be 45 minutes, and we get to drive on these beautiful mountain roads where Edwards to West Vail is 15 minutes, and we're like, oh, it's so much.
It's so much, I can't do it. Really kind of finding some discipline around just maintaining connection, getting out, getting active. That's going to be the most functional way to manage it. The way I like to think about it is mental health, sometimes people think they're good until they're not.
Right.
And I always compare it to like taking your car in for maintenance. I generally don't want to wait until my car's on fire. I want to take it in. I want to get an oil change. I want to do those things. And so doing those daily things that we can do to maintain rather than wait for everything to kind of burn down and be in a state of crisis, put myself in risk or something to that effect, and then go get help. It's like, we don't need the car to catch on fire. We can actually go and do some things to help us maintain.
To just maybe not do that and not be in that rut where then you cannot remove yourself or you're going to have to work twice as hard. Now, what are some of the side effects or symptoms of SAD that people should start looking for within themselves?
So it's going to be just kind of that isolation, the fatigue, kind of that lethargic feeling. Sometimes there's some apathy, sadness, loss of joy in things that you once enjoyed doing. So those are kind of the classic symptoms. And that's the other part of kind of having friends, because they can say, hey, what's going on? Like, it seems like you're kind of bummed out. Hey, you haven't been coming around as much. What's going on? Because it's very easy for us to kind of start to judge ourselves for not being cheerful or for not being the person that we want to be, because it's not always about what happens. It's the story I'm telling myself. So if I think that I'm going to show up and I'm going to be, kind of a drag or not that fun to be around, and then I'm isolating, now we have this feedback loop and this self-fulfilling prophecy. That becomes a problem. So maintaining that connection, whatever it is, with coworkers, with friends, with family, whoever it is, just that sense of safety, that sense of belonging is really going to be something to help combat those symptoms.
Right, and you can't be your own worst enemy.
Right.
You got to be your own cheerleader.
It's difficult. I mean, I think that, and again, this is something I focus on in the work I do with a lot of my clients, is it's very easy for us to identify beliefs around being rejected. Right. So I showed up and I didn't make friends immediately, and I have this belief about myself that it's because I say stupid things. And it's like, okay, well, that's a self-defeating belief, right? And over time, that can actually integrate into our self-concept. And so now we're battling this space between how we want to show up in the world and how we actually feel inside. So we've got this incongruence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, talk therapy, experiential therapy, and some of the work we do up at APN can be incredibly helpful, because it can show you some of those beliefs that you may not even be aware of.
Which I think is something that a lot of people don't understand about themselves. The more you say it, the more your brain is going to believe it. And so you have to talk nicely about yourself, or it will crush you as a person.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not about what happened. It's the story I made up.
Right.
And we actually get into habits, right? We get into habits on a daily routine, right? We also get into cognitive habits. So we have certain styles of thinking that we may not be aware of because we're in our own brain. There's nobody up there to say, hey, that's off. That's not true. We call those cognitive distortions, and that's something that you can look at when someone is, I call it, Ricky Bobby thinking is a good example of one. If you're not first, you're last.
Right.
Not true.
No.
Like his dad and all of his wisdom comes in at the end of the movie and says, well, that's stupid. You could be second, third, fourth, or fifth. And that's actually helping a person develop like what we call cognitive flexibility, or having more flexibility in their beliefs, versus that automatic thought that people have that may be a negative one, or may kind of contribute to that negative self-concept.
So now if someone is going into that kind of dark little path that you go down where you start having those really negative self-concepts, what's a tool that they can use to kind of shift their brain, talk nicer to themselves, and then avoid making that part of their everyday thinking pattern?
So, there's a couple different ways to do it. Obviously keeping that routine, keeping connection, keeping that kind of balance in their life is going to be super important, right? So as soon as we start to isolate, and as soon as, I think it was Nietzsche that said, when we're tired, old thoughts attack us, right? So this idea that fatigue, so getting enough rest, but then from kind of a more clinical perspective, keeping a thought log can actually be really effective. So just writing down, these are the 10 thoughts, these were the 10 negative thoughts I had today.
Right.
And then you have awareness around them. And then you can go, well, is that true?
Right.
No, none of these are true. These just kind of happened automatically. And so then we can start to challenge and create some flexibility in our thinking. That's a pretty easy functional way to teach people basically what is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is identifying, challenging, and then replacing irrational or intrusive thoughts.
Dustin, thank you so much for coming in here, giving us all this great information. I think it's so important that we give the community the tools and resources, even in these brief minutes, to talk about it and to just give them the tools, to make themselves feel better.
Absolutely, yeah, no, I love being here.
We love having you here. You come back anytime.
Awesome.
Make sure that you use these tools that we've just given you, or that Dustin has just given you, to really make sure that your brain is staying in a healthy and in the right track, especially during these kind of cloudier days that we're seeing right now. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tv8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to hour number 2 of Good Morning Vail. This is a live shot of Lion's Head. First thing this morning, you can still see that it's pretty hazy above those mountains, and it is pretty wet on those roadways out there. So if you are traveling along those roadways first thing this morning, just give yourself that extra travel time since we are seeing quite a bit of precipitation out there. Now we're starting to see that snow melt quite a bit as well, which means that our river levels are quite high and they are moving very fast. So if you are someone who likes to walk your dog down by the river or do some fly fishing or take your kids on some nice nature walks, just keep everyone away from that water, especially because it is moving so quickly. I'm your host for the next hour of Good Morning Vail, Maddie Evans, and I love getting to be here each and every morning to bring you wonderful information about things taking place in and around our community. Now, it is the 11th of May, and we've got some great national holidays to celebrate today. And the one that I'm really excited to talk about is Eat What You Want Day, meaning that there are no rules today at all. If you're looking for a reason to have a cheat day, well then Eat What You Want Day is the reason to do so. Now, we've got a great show in store for you for the next hour of Good Morning Vail. For the remaining hour of Good Morning Vail, we're going to introduce you to a fabulous town council member from Vail who's going to give us some great information on some housing, parking, and some wonderful summer events that we have coming our way. So we saw a shift in parking over the course of this winter, and so we're excited to hear what's going to take place for summer parking in Vail Village. Now, we're also going to check back in with Glitz and Glamour and take you over to the Revival Spa to see some of their incredible services, introduce you to Meghan Buchanan. Again, if you missed it for the first hour of Good Morning Vail, well then we've got another wonderful segment coming up with her and another scoreboard update to get you in the know what's taking place with some of our incredible high school sports. Now, if you're looking for some fun events and activities to participate in throughout the course of today, well, of course, our community has some wonderful ones. The Vail Library has a tech studio taking place, kicking off at 3 p.m., going till 5 p.m. Now, they've got a nice virtual reality headset, they've got 3D printing, and they've got a green screen. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to be on the green screen like we do here to give you your weather forecast, well, then you can go check that out at the Vail Library this afternoon. Now, something else that's taking place is Limbs for Liberty has a wonderful event, and they're really showing their support for Ukraine. And you can check this event out at Vail Mountain Coffee Roasters over in Minturn, starting at 5:30. Now it's a pierogi fest, so if you love delicious food, well then we highly recommend that you go check this out. And Limbs for Liberty is doing such a good job of showing their support for Ukraine, so you can go to their website for some more information, and that way you can participate in all of the fun, and especially a great way to give back. Now something else that's taking place this afternoon at the Bookworm, or I should say this evening at the Bookworm, is a mile at a time with Travis Macy. Now this event kicks off at 6 p.m. It is a $10 registration fee, so you can either go online, you can call the store, or you can go to the store in person to give them your $10 to participate in this great event. Now, they always have something inspirational and motivational for you to check out, and that way maybe if you're just in a little bit of a rut right now due to the weather or due to the mud season, well then you can kind of pull yourself out with this great inspiration. So make sure that you check out the Bookworm of Edwards website. That way you can see all of their upcoming events. Now, we saw quite a bit of precipitation last night. We're seeing some this morning, and we're going to see that throughout the course of today. So let's take a look at that local weather forecast. Temperatures first thing this morning, 41 degrees, a high of 46, 90% chance of rainfall. Winds coming out of the west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour, so those rain showers are likely with that slight breeze taking place as well. So if you are getting out there today, just make sure that you're bringing that rain jacket with you, since we are going to see increased chances of precipitation throughout today. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see cloud coverage. First thing this morning, rain showers are likely into the afternoon, and that's going to continue throughout the course of this afternoon. And then we will see light rain as we approach this evening. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, the temperatures down in Denver cooler than they were yesterday. 55 degrees, 90% chance of precipitation. It looks like they're going to see some thunder and lightning down there, and especially after the wild weather that they had in Denver yesterday. 46 in Vail with a 90% chance of precipitation. 47 in Avon, 90% chance of moisture. 54 in Eagle, 90% chance of precipitation. So a nice storm system sitting above this I-70 corridor. If you are traveling east or westbound, we highly recommend that you give yourself some extra travel time. You slow it down, and it's really important because we are going to see some standing water along this roadway. Now, if you are traveling towards Denver later this afternoon into the evening, there are those 30-minute delays that are taking place Monday through Thursday, and it's taking place from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you are traveling to Denver later, just account for that in your travel time. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 39 degrees is our overnight low. 80% chance of precipitation, cloudy skies with some light rain. That sun setting at 8:09 p.m. We are expecting to see winds come out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of this evening. Now, as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, morning rain is possible tomorrow with a 50% chance of precipitation. 54 degrees is our high. 57 on Saturday with a 50% chance of moisture. Afternoon showers are likely. Scattered showers on Sunday, 59 degrees, so temperatures starting to warm back up, and then we will see that decrease to a 30% chance of moisture by Monday. Temperatures into the 60s, and that's going to continue into Tuesday as well. So if you are getting out there to do anything, just be prepared for this precipitation that we're going to see. Bring your rain jacket and make sure that you are ready for more moisture in our forecast. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then make sure you tune in every day at 6:30 and 10:30 p.m. to catch The Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe. I'll be your host, Maddie Evans, and I can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good morning, Vail.
Earlier in the show, we introduced you to Meghan Buchanan, a wonderful aerospace engineer and a powerful woman who is fearless. One of her goals is to climb Everest. She's already climbed Kilimanjaro, and so we're going to check back in and give you some more information about what she does and Grit, her wonderful company. So let's take a look.
Welcome back to TV8 Vail. I'm Liz, and I am so inspired sitting on. I hope that this sofa just gives me all of Meghan Buchanan's energy through her butt to mine, because let me tell you something. We all fall. We all have issues. And the way to come back is not to beat ourselves up, not to turn to the wrong way of life, but to really motivate ourselves and to get ourselves up and find something that gives us our passion and run with it. Meghan, you are the perfect example of this. I'm very impressed by you, and I'm really proud to have you today, because I think, especially at this time of the life of the world, we all need a little inspiration. We all need a little kick in the booty sometimes. Yeah. And remember, no matter how hard we're struggling, there's always a way up. There's always a way out, and there's a way to cope without taking it out on yourself. Instead of taking it out on yourself, you use that energy to bring yourself up and do something powerful.
Yes, I'm absolutely. And again, I think I focus so much on teaching people ownership. Okay. Because it is so wonderful, and we do have people that support us if we're lucky. But at the end of the day, this is another thing my mom always taught me, was like, she's like, I won't always be there. And at the end of the day, the only one you can really count on is yourself. And she meant it in the best way of, you know, especially like hiking. Let's take that analogy. Hiking out there, if I'm by myself, something happens, no one's coming to save me. Ooh. You got to get yourself off that mountain. But a lot of times it is that way in life. And I want to teach people that ownership, you've got to rely on yourself to pick yourself up when there isn't someone to pick you up yourself. And so I always say, like, every day you've got to realize the power you have in the choices you make. You can choose to not listen to that voice. You can choose to take another step. You can choose to own your narrative at that moment. And every day we have that choice, and grit is a choice, so choose to rise. You've got to choose to lift yourself up instead of letting those voices pull you down and making the excuses. And it is hard work. It's hard work to do that. But you've got to start taking those baby steps every single day. And next thing you know, you're literally summiting Everest. Like, but put in the work. Do the work.
Well, there you go. I mean, seriously, people struggle. Everybody has struggles.
Everybody struggles.
It just depends on, you know, the capacity of it. But everybody has an issue. Everybody has a struggle. Everybody has insecurities. Yes. And faults lie within their own heads. And, you know, I mean, some of us are worse on ourselves than others. I always joke around and say, you know, beating myself up is a great motivator, because when I think that I'm, you know, in a rut or something, or I feel like I'm failing, for me, it's like, oh no, I can't.
I know, but that's how we're so conditioned.
Yes.
And I once was talking to a really good friend of mine that she would self-beat herself up so bad. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, let's say that I was telling you the things that you're telling. Would you talk to me like that as your friend? She's like, I would never talk to you like that. I'm like, then why are you talking to yourself like that? And it's just having that awareness. And look, believe me, I there are times, and when I'm being tough on myself, I call myself Buchanan. When I'm being nice to myself, I call myself Sweetie or Megan. But I'm like, I'll be like Buchanan. And it's usually for things like, if I want to turn back on a day hike, I'm like, Buchanan, you know you can get through this. You have the energy. Like, let's just get her done. I mean, come on. And there is tough talk sometimes, but we have to show ourselves some grace. We have to show others grace.
Yes.
A lot of times too, because you never know what someone else is going through. And usually the people who seem to have it all together, they might be struggling the most because they're not going to talk about it. I'm an open book. I'll tell everyone what I'm struggling with.
No, and I think, look at that photo of you right there. Look at that. Now that is something to behold. Now that's talk about overcoming anything. I mean, that is just magnificent. You're just incredible. How do you feel when you are out there climbing? You're on your own. Well, do you have a crew?
Yeah. So I actually have ended up partnering with all the mountains that I've done. You usually find a different mountaineering company that you go with. I've really started partnering with Climbing the Seven Summits and CTSS. They're owned by Mike Hamill. He's a world-renowned mountaineer. He's done the Seven Summits like 6 times around.
Oh my gosh.
I know, he's amazing. But I love them. His partner is his wife, Caroline, and they own this amazing company. And so I've been able to do my last few climbs with them. But so you have choices in a lot of these. You can do a team one where you will meet people from all over the world in your group. But which I've loved. Some of my best friends I still have to this day from all over the world. But as I got into the much bigger mountains, I did realize I wanted a private guide, and I wanted to be able to move quickly, not based on anyone else, but based on myself, because you're very high dollar, a lot of time invested, and I wanted to take out the element of, as a team, you move as a team. If something happens to the rest of your team, your expedition's done. So actually, I've done a lot of solo ones, but the North Pole, which I'm about to do,
oh my gosh,
we're going to be so it's a last degree ski to the North Pole, 89 to 90 degrees, about 70 miles. We're self-supported. You're pulling an 80-pound, 100-pound sled behind you, going through pressure ridges. Could be some polar bear action. I don't know. We're prepared for it. But we're the team of 8 of us that are doing it together. Yeah.
So what is it like? I mean, I understand you have a goal when you go to these faraway places, but what's it like experiencing just being somewhere else like that, the North Pole?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like thinking, no, I don't think I'll ever be in the North Pole.
I know.
But I mean, it's
just, I don't think that's a childhood
experience.
dream. Well, for some it is. I think.
Only if they want to go see Santa.
And I think that's probably why I ended up doing all this too, because again, I tapped back to being that little kid. I was so free and felt so myself in nature and the outdoors, and I love it. I love being on expedition. Everest takes 6 to 8 weeks generally, so you're there a long time. And people are like, don't you get bored? I'm like, not even a second did I get bored, because it's a lot of time when you're on expedition. Your daily routine is really surviving, taking care of yourself, preparing. It isn't, did I take the trash out? Did I, it's all these little things, and you really tap into who you are again.
Right.
And it's such a beautiful feeling, and you reprioritize, and I think it's almost addictive in the fact I can't wait to get on expedition again so I can tap into that and not let all the daily things bother me. So it's hard to adjust when you get back. But really, you get to be who you really are. Mm-hmm. And I think for a lot of people, you see the best of people, you see the worst of people.
Oh, I bet.
But that's their time too, to be working through that time for themselves. And
so you don't take offense or anything like that?
I just speak up with their offense.
Okay,
yes,
good for you. I like it. Yeah, something tells me nobody gets away with much around you anymore.
Really, yes, exactly. So yeah, it's just an amazing, amazing experience to go through and see the different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Antarctica was one of the most phenomenal places.
Breathtaking.
So special. I mean, you are flying over this ginormous continent, and you're just realizing no human or animal has been there. And it's just such a special, special place.
It has to be empowering too for you.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you finish one of yours, so you only have one summit left to complete?
Yeah, so the Explorers Grand Slam is the 7 summits, the highest peak on every continent. I'm done with that. I finished that in December. And then it's the last degree ski to the North and South Pole. Wow. I already did the South Pole. So this one, the North Pole expeditions, the last expedition was 2018. They've been closed down for Everest, the logistics. And then with the war going on with Ukraine, a lot of it was done. The logistics were Russian, so it was closed down. But now they've been taken over by a Swiss company. So everyone's raring to go. And I am so excited. So this will complete it. Only 12 women have completed the Explorers Grand Slam for U.S. women. So I hope to be the 5th U.S. woman to complete this adventure.
Oh
and then,
my
of course, there's always more after that.
You guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to have you. I'm so happy to meet you. I'm never letting you go. You are so
I know,
inspiring.
new BFFs.
Yeah, new friend, girls. But I have to say, bringing you on the show today just gave me more motivation to be kinder to myself and to give myself a break and to keep moving forward with, you know, some pride. And like you said, gratitude. Every time, if you really feeling down one day, find one thing to be grateful for, and it turns yourself around. And living proof right here, Meghan Buchanan, everybody. Everybody send universal love and excitement for her to finish that one last leg in the South Pole and the North Pole. It's just absolutely amazing. And let me ask you real quick before we go, how do people become part of your journey? I know that they can follow you on certain social media pages and things like that. I would love to follow you, so tell everybody, because I think we all want to now.
Yes, absolutely. So thank goodness for technology nowadays. I'm able to share so much of my journey while it's happening. And so on Instagram, so it's 2 G's, so like G Grit, so GGRIT. And you can follow me there on Instagram. I also have Facebook, Grit Team, my website, Grit, GGRIT. I would love it if everyone follows me, DM me, ask questions while I'm on the journey. I love sharing the experience. I have so many parents that have their kids who have learning disabilities watch and get inspired. That makes it all worthwhile to me. But, be willing to grow, have resilience, have integrity, have tenacity. And these are all the things that I try so much to share with everyone else to help you achieve your full potential.
I can't say how glorious this day is for me. My whole day is going to be filled with things to make me feel great about myself. You guys, this is an inspirational human being, and I can't be happier to have you with me, everybody.
Thank you.
Meghan Buchanan, GGRIT. Follow her today and every single day as she goes through her journey of life. I'm Liz, and we'll be back right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Love what you see on TV8? We want you to be part of our team. TV8 is currently recruiting for full and part-time positions, including bilingual editors, news and sports reporters, Good Morning Vail host, and an administrative assistant. Join us on Saturday, May 13th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for an open interview at our studio, located at 137 Benchmark Road inside the Seasons Building. TV8 is proud to serve the community 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and we want you to be part of the fun. Check us out at tv8vail.com for more information.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, singing The World's a Big Place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we have so many wonderful community members, and one of my favorite ones is Travis Coggin, and he is on the Town of Vail Council. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you. I'm honored to be one of your favorite people.
Honestly, you help me all the time. I'll email Travis stuff. I'll be like, I need housing information. And you'll send me the best information, hands down. He'll call me and be like, you got it right. All right, let me explain this to you. You make it so easy for people to live here because it's challenging.
I don't know if I make it so easy. I try to make the information easy
because
it's hard to live here.
It is hard to live here. And when you have good council members and they can give you the information, then it makes it easier because then you know you're making the right steps to living here.
I like it.
Right.
That's better.
Yeah.
Speaking of housing,
let's talk about it.
Hot off the presses, there is a unit in Vail Commons that is going up for lottery pretty soon, real soon. It's a 2-bedroom unit. It's about just under 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $245,995. Vail Commons is over by City Market, if people aren't familiar where that is. But, reach out to the town housing department ASAP if you want some more information on that.
You want to enter the lottery?
Yeah, there's a lottery, and there's things you need to do ahead of time. You have to be pre-qualified with the lender. You have to take a housing course, like a home ownership class, and they have them in person, but there's also a couple that are online that they've approved. You get a little certificate that says you've completed it, but I think it's about a 90-minute class, and it just kind of goes through, budgeting and what to be aware of, and it's kind of like the adulting 101, which I still need some lessons on.
It's like homeroom, but for buying a house.
Yeah.
So think about your homeroom from high school, but buying a house version.
Yeah, and there's all the little tips and tricks, but the big one is really, you can do that in your pajamas at 10 p.m., but your lender probably isn't going to talk to you at 10 p.m. So find a lender, talk about your finances. There's a lot of different loan programs that are out there. Some of them help you have lower down payments. So there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to be prepared for, so that you're able to take advantage of something like this. But then another one that's coming up is the North Trail Townhomes, which is up by Ellison Park. And that is a 3-bedroom unit. It's got a garage, and that one's going to be about $421, I think is the number. And so those are on the purchase side. And then later this summer, the residences at Main Vail, which is that new apartment building just right in Vail, that's going to be coming online, and that's 72 units. Wow. So hopefully that will help people just with some more supply in the rental market.
Which is something that we've been talking about here a lot, because there are companies that are trying to buy units, and there are companies that have just bought units in the new development that's going in where people can then have employee housing. But it's one of the things that is keeping people with their employees so that they have these longevity employees staying with their companies.
Yeah, so that's going to be at Timber Ridge. Timber Ridge is, we're hoping to finalize our development deal with our partner there at the next council meeting, but our goal is to be under construction on that next April.
Wow.
So that one's coming up fast as well. But yeah, that's going to be a mix of rental and ownership. That one's exciting. That's about 290 units. Wow. So that's a big one. But there's a lot of programs in our valley that are super helpful. So the Town of Vail, we have our Indeed program. Avon has Mi Casa. There's the Valley Home Store, which is run through the county. And then the county has a program called Bold Moves. Yes. And so they have programs that are, it helps you with rental assistance. It helps you with buying a home. There's that program also encourages existing homeowners to build a lock off, like an ADU. And there's financial support for that. So there's a lot out there. A great resource at the town is just calling the town's housing department. We have George, Missy, and Martha over there, and they're all a wealth of information, and I'm sure it's the same in Avon and at the county. So,
which is, I think, something that a lot of people didn't know. You could just call and chat with actual human beings instead of going and doing all this crazy research online. So if you're someone who doesn't know the answer, then there are people that know the answer that are standing by to help you.
Yep. Yeah, and Google search, Town of Vail Housing Department, and phone numbers will pop up, and or you just go to vailgov.com. Or the main Vail phone number is 476-2100, And Andy is the best. She's usually the one who answers the phone, and she knows all the right places to help you out.
Now let's shift gears because we only have a limited amount of time and we've got a lot of information to cover. So let's talk about parking because we had a lot of confusing parking issues throughout the winter as things kind of shifted a little bit. But now you guys are making the parking easily accessible throughout the course of the summer.
Free parking in the summer.
We love it.
Love it, right? We do have an overnight charge, but we've had that for several years.
Yes.
And it depends on which structure you're in. There's different rates. So if you're in an outlying structure like red sandstone, that's less expensive than if you're in, Lions Head or Vail Village.
Right.
So just kind of be aware, same thing. Go to the Town of Vail website, the parking department, all their website information is current with their rates. There is paid event parking. So if you are going to the amphitheater, just be aware. But there's also, we have the event shuttles, right? So you can park.
It's a beautiful walk.
It's a beautiful walk, very short walk. But yeah, so you can park in the structure and then just take the shuttle over. That's free. We also have like a bus to hike program in the summer, and I believe we've applied for a new grant that's going to help us have more frequent shuttle service out to East Vail to all those popular hikes. But yeah, I mean, parking is free in the summers. I don't know if everybody heard me the first time, but it's free in the summers.
Which is amazing, especially because we have so many cool events that take place. You can go to Discover Vail to see the full lineup because soon the farmers markets are going to kick off, which is personally my favorite summer event.
Yeah, that's a great one. But just circling back to the parking, and then another way to get to those events are e-bikes.
Yes.
Yep. So we are expanding our Shift e-bike program this summer, and now it's not fully countywide, but it's East Vail to Edwards. So there are 33 bike stations in the valley. 16 of them are in Vail, and then it kind of spreads out. 155 bikes. I'm not sure when it's launching, but there is going to be a early bird special to buy like your season membership, and that program runs June through October. And those bikes, I mean, they're super convenient.
And they're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. And so with a membership, I believe you get 60 minutes a day for free. And, that's a great way to, if you do drive in and you want to go to the amphitheater, hop on that bike, you can ride around. You can take it. We have them at several of the trailheads. So you can park in the structure, hop on an e-bike, warm your legs up before you go up to Booth Falls. But if you want more information about that, that's the environmental department. Beth Markham out there is wonderful. She's a wealth of e-bike information. And then this summer, for the first time, we're doing an e-bike rebate program as well. So we will help you cover the cost of an e-bike. So Beth Markham is also the person to speak to about that.
It's so easy, and you guys are really working to, one, better our environment, and two, make it easier for people to be here, especially because gas is expensive right now. This e-bike program is incredible. We have a TV8 Visitors Bureau on the Shift bikes. They're super easy to get your hands on, and you can just download the app and then have all control right there on your phone, see where bikes are, see how charged they are, and get all that wonderful information.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great supplement to the in-town bus system as well, right? Like, I mean, I live in Sandstone. There is a station right by Simba Run, and so depending on what I'm doing, I'll either hop on the bus and go in, or I'll go down and grab a bike and ride in and take the bus back. So it's a good complementary service that's part of kind of the whole transit experience in Vail.
Now we're running out of time quickly.
Oh no!
A couple events that you want to mention that we have coming this summer that are a ton of fun.
Number 4th of July. I'm so excited for the TV8 float with the Queen of TV8, Maddie Evans.
I'm gonna buy a princess dress. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna hit that pitch today for the 4th of July.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. So it's Vail America Days, and the motto this year, the slogan this year is "This land is your land," and so you can start signing up to have a float. There's prize money. I think it's around $4,000 or $5,000 that the town has allocated for prize money, and that's going to be kind of scattered through the event. I don't know how it's going to be allocated, but they've been putting a bunch of effort into getting like fun marching bands and just doing things to really make sure that it's a great, fun environment the whole time. I mean, everybody loves 4th of July. It's always popular. We're planning on fireworks, which is a big thing. We love fireworks. We're a fireworks forward community. So we got that. Mountain games are coming up.
Yes.
You know, that's kind of the unofficial kickoff of summer in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Memorial Day, we have the Vail Comedy Festival.
Yes.
That should be a good time. Craft Beer Classic is coming up. I mean,
there's so many events.
discovervail.com/events. Tons of stuff. Liz Gladich, Jeremy Gross. That team has a ton of information. But yeah, website is full. It's updated all the time.
Yes.
It's summertime.
It is summertime.
Even though it's raining.
And we're getting so close, Travis. We want to thank you so much for coming in, giving us all this great information, spending some time on the couch with me, and thank you for the hard work you do for our community. It's wonderful people like you that make everything possible.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Make sure that you check out vailgov.com for more information on parking, on e-bikes, and that way you can start to learn all of these wonderful things and these programs that we have going on throughout the town of Vail. But then check out discovervail.com/events for more information on the wonderful summer lineup. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now we've got a Rumple blanket with us, which this is the original puffy blanket. And if you have not seen one of these, well, then they are great for the environment. And the reason that is because this blanket right here is made out of 60 recycled water bottles. So I'm just going to fold this down a little bit. You can see what the blanket looks like. These are absolutely amazing if you're getting out there to do anything outside. They are water and stain resistant as they are finished with a DWR on there, making it nice and convenient for all of your outdoor needs. Not only does it curl up into this nice little packaging, so it's super low-key, mellow to take anywhere with you, but as well as getting it out and about, it is made with synthetic insulation, which means that it is machine washable. So if you do spill something on it, it's super easy to get nice and clean. You can see that this is a beautiful one with the Arches National Park on it. You can head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on one of these fabulous blankets, or you can go to their website at sunandski.com, and that way you can order one right to your house. We want to thank them for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Good morning, Vail.
Let's take a look at that local weather forecast for today. We are expecting to see quite a bit of precipitation, 90% chance of rainfall. Temperatures only up into the 40s. We are expecting a slight breeze to roll throughout the course of today as well. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, we are expecting to see that cloud coverage slowly increase throughout the course of today, bringing us that precipitation. Cloudy skies first thing this morning, rain throughout the course of the afternoon, and we are going to see that light rain into this evening. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, if you are traveling along the roadways, it is important that you are nice and safe out there. Temperatures in Denver cooling down, increased chances of precipitation down there. They saw some wild weather yesterday. Now, increased chances throughout Eagle County of that precipitation, so that nice little low pressure system and storm front sitting above that I-70 corridor. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this weather report this morning. If you're looking for a great place to go shopping for any of your indoor or outdoor needs, well, then they've got you covered. Now, we're going to introduce you to the scoreboard, which is a great little segment that we love to do here that lets you know what's happening with our local high school athletes. So let's take a look.
This is the scoreboard. I'm Ben Roof. We're here at Battle Mountain High School on a beautiful sunny Tuesday afternoon for the Battle Mountain varsity girls lacrosse team's first playoff game. They're playing against Holy Family. The game is already underway. We're going to catch some highlights of the game, speak to some players afterwards, and let's watch the Battle Mountain girls take one home. We are here on the scoreboard with Sophie, one of the seniors of the Battle Mountain varsity lacrosse team, and you just finished your game against Holy Family. How'd you guys do?
We did really good. Had a lot of fun. We played really good.
What was that final score there?
Like 19-7, I think.
Okay start to your playoff career here. So it's the playoffs. First game of the playoffs, big win at home. What are you guys looking forward to in your next game? Any big hurdles, any big challenges you think you're going to face?
We're ranked lower than the team we're playing, so statistically, it's going to be a more challenging game. But I think we have what it takes.
In the rankings wise, the front range teams tend to be a little bit heavier ranked, right? Because they tend to have a bigger schedule just since there's more teams to play. You think that's going to affect them much? I mean, today, the team you played against had more wins on their record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we really don't know what we're getting into. We've watched film and stuff, and I think it's going to be a pretty up in the air game and not really leaning towards one team. So,
well, best of luck in that upcoming game. What about yourself? How do you feel you played today, and what position do you play?
I'm a midfield player. I feel like I played pretty good. Definitely supported the team a lot. Yeah.
You guys put a lot of points on the board. Any of those points yours?
Nope. But that's okay.
Any assists?
Nope. Not today.
No worries. You can't win them all. And plus, got to be a defensive player too. So let me ask another question. As you're kind of wrapping up your high school career here, what's in the future for you? College, playing lacrosse in college?
Yep. I'm going to the University of Kansas. Definitely planning on playing club lacrosse there in the spring. So.
My sister's at the University of Kansas
really?
now. Yeah, she's a resident at the medical program there, in the vet program.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Sophie, and congratulations on your big win. Best of luck in your upcoming games. And once more, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
We are here on the scoreboard with Alex, one of the Attack on Battle Mountains varsity lacrosse team. And you guys just blew Holy Family out of the water. How's that feel starting the playoffs off?
Feels good. Gives us some confidence going into the next game, I think. Yeah.
And who are you guys up against next?
I believe Thompson Valley, I think is their school name, something around there.
So you guys had a really, really strong game on the offense today. Was there anything that you were doing in particular that you think set the team up for success, or anything that you guys were preparing for throughout the week that really kind of set you up for today?
I don't think we really were preparing for anything, but something we did do was we did a lot more cuts than dodges this game because they changed up their defense on us where they kind of put two people at the top where we're normally a dodging team, but today we kind of got to work on our cutting, which was fun, different. Yeah.
Gotcha. So a little bit of a change up there. And do you feel like that kind of helped you guys with your rhythm, helped you kind of run that score up to almost 20? And score was 19, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it did. I think it just allowed a lot of our team to get goals in today. It wasn't just our couple dodgers, which sometimes is how it is against teams with a little faster defense. But so a lot of our team got goals in.
What about yourself? Any scores, any assists?
I think I got 6 goals today. A couple assists maybe in there. Not totally sure.
So how does that rank for yourself in terms of your season as an offensive player? Is that kind of a high or just sort of standard for you? I know that scores in lacrosse can kind of be all over the board.
I'd say that's pretty high for me. I normally get a couple in, but not normally 6, so that's exciting.
So as a senior, it's kind of your last hurrah here. Is there anything that you're really looking forward to, your last varsity playoff performance?
You know, we've kind of already won leagues, which has been super fun for us, but I'm just kind of looking forward to the next game, see what's coming next for us.
Really focusing on living in the moment there. All right, well, speaking of living in the moment, let's look at the future a little bit. After high school, what's life looking like for you? Were you off to college? Are you off to college? Are you planning on playing lacrosse in college at all?
I'm actually going to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and I am planning on playing club lacrosse there, so I'm super excited about that.
Thank you so much to Sophie and Alex for taking the time to talk to us after their big win today, and congratulations to the Huskies girls varsity lacrosse team on a strong start to their playoffs. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's update. Catch us next time here on the scoreboard.
Good morning, Vail.
Recently, I sat down with 2 local experts around integrative medicine, Dr. Leslie Yetter and Josh Lautenberg. And Josh, who is with Engels and Vocals, of many of you know. And we had a wonderful discussion about how to find wellness in the Valley. So please stay tuned for the Good Day Vail episode today to help you thrive in the mountains by finding wellness and integrating functional medicine into your daily life.
Welcome to the TV8 Viewers' Choice Awards, where we celebrate the videos that got the most views on our YouTube page from you, our viewers. I'm Maddie Evans, and let's see who's taking home the prizes for the month of April. Taking home the bronze is Good Morning Vail's April 13th edition, featuring the Vail Christian High School Theater Department. The silver award goes to Good Morning Vail on April 10th, featuring recruiter guy Bill Humbert. The gold goes to Good Morning Vail on April 22nd. The scoreboard covers track and field at Eagle Valley High School. The Platinum Award goes to Good Morning Vail on April 6th, featuring lacrosse with VMS and Eagle Valley High School. And clinching the #1 spot and taking home the Diamond Award, Good Morning Vail on April 15th, the Pike family from Florida giving us their rendition of Good Morning Vail. If you missed any of these trending videos, make sure that you check out our YouTube page, TV8's Good Morning Vail, and check out the playlist for the Viewers' Choice Awards for the month of April. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we've been talking a lot about self-care, gratitude, and things that you should be doing for yourself to really thrive. Now, the Revival Spa over in Edwards, we introduced you to them in the first hour of Good Morning Vail with Gretchen for Glitz and Glam. Now, we're going to go back over there and see what wonderful services they offer you so you can get out and give yourself some self-care.
I'm here with Chrissy, who's a provider here at Revival. I am so excited to talk to you because I know off camera we've been talking a lot of things, all things beauty and just health, energy, and really what makes people glow from the outside, well, inside out, outside in, both.
Yeah, both. Goes both ways.
And yes, it does. And I love that you really take the time to get to know your patients and you really take those moments to hear, not only listen, but what we were saying, hear what they want and what you're going to do with them. Can you kind of, tell me a little bit?
Thank you so much
Of
for
course.
having me and having us here. Here at Revival, I hear a lot that our approach is different. You know,
Right.
our clients come in, it's a really safe place for them. We don't take that lightly. We're so appreciative to have them come in here and trust us.
Right.
So like one of the things that we do, our consults, we take a full 45 minutes to really sit down with our clients, figure out their lifestyle, look at all aspects from physical activity to relationships to diet to we have them bring in their product lines with them, which is, I feel like, huge.
That's
a lot of
such
people.
a difference. Yeah, when you said that, that is kind of shocking but amazing because it makes complete sense, but I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah. So it's a full approach,
Right.
that we find, and everything is customizable. It's not a one size fits all.
Right.
So we really like to take that time and, find the right approach and the right treatment.
And I love that you were saying earlier, kind of, we were talking a little bit off camera again, but you were telling me that each person is so different, and especially in a valley like this where so many of us are so outdoorsy.
Absolutely.
That you can't just say, hey, this is what or someone will even come in and say, I want this. And you'll really listen to them and say, you know what, I don't know if this is the best option for you, but here's X, Y, Z.
Or maybe not at this time in your life.
Right. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, we want to get people set up. We want to see what, like I said, their physical activity is, what their skin type, what their goals are. And a lot of times it's steps to get there. So we like to take that time and look at the big picture.
I love that as well. And so you were kind of saying that it's an individualized situation here, right?
Absolutely.
And I love that you take the 45 minutes. What do you go over in those 45 minutes? What exactly, what would it look like? What would happen?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is we have somebody come in and we really like to start the consult and have them look and tell us their favorite aspects or what they love when they look at their face and what they see.
Okay.
So then it's kind of building on that and accentuating and adding to that and going from there.
I love the positive. That's amazing. Instead of, because I was thinking, you come in and you're kind of like, oh, I don't like this.
We're not here to pick people apart.
Right.
Yeah, or judge.
I love that. Yes. Okay.
So it's building on that and then going from there and seeing what their goals are, what they would like to improve, how they see themselves getting there, what they're using as far as products at home. We're really big on using medical grade products. That's what's going to
Awesome.
make the biggest difference in your skin, what you're doing day in and day out. So we go through all of that. We see what they're currently using, how we can help add or supplement to their. We look at their diet and lifestyle, what they're eating, how much water they're drinking, which is huge here.
I think that's I love, not to interrupt you, but I think that's brilliant, because I think so oftentimes people think, oh, one-stop shop, which it is, but you also have to keep on living the lifestyle that kind of allows that to keep on being,
Absolutely.
allows you to keep on shining and being
Yes,
beautiful.
and we want people to be active. We want, I mean, Jessica and I, we're huge sun lovers. We like to be out there, you know, but it's just protecting yourself and finding a way to do it, and then coming in here and we're able to help, you know, fix all the damage done with our treatment. So
I feel like I need that. I definitely, I mean, I'm in my 40s and I started getting sunspots. I'm like, what is this? What's happening? So
yeah, because you're living life. You're enjoying life. That's good. We don't want people to stop doing this.
I know. I think about that quite often. I'm like, we live here. You want to be in the mountains, but you
enjoy it.
Want people to live their lives to the fullest, but also be conscious of these are the
and
things
it's
you
also,
need to
we're
do.
really big. It's not an all or nothing approach, right? Like, you don't have to be all something. You can pick and choose your little things. I mean, I'm very big on what I eat and making sure what goes into my body is healthy and organic and natural, but I also get Botox. So it's like you can have the best of both worlds.
I love that you said that, because I think so often people kind of do feel, oh, I'm so organic and I'm, you know, living this genuine, healthy lifestyle, however, but it doesn't need to be a however. You can do both.
Yes, so we're big on that here, which I think our clients appreciate.
I love that. So another question I had for you, I'm just curious. I know you do so many different things here. What is your favorite treatment to have done to yourself and or to do to someone else?
Okay. I mean, it totally depends on the space that I'm in. I mean, there can be times where, you know, a lot of our treatments can be a little bit uncomfortable, spicy, maybe a little bit more painful.
I love that word.
It's all about the way you present it. Which give great results, right? But maybe you're in a more fragile state. Maybe you're going through something in life that's really big and traumatic. And pain we store in the body in the same place, and different things can trigger it. So maybe not a big laser is the right time for you.
Got
you know?
it. Yep.
So maybe it's more of a holistic approach and a holistic facial where you feel really good. There's no downtime. You're not causing anything painful. Or maybe you're in a place where you're ready for something bigger. So it kind of just depends on where you're at. We look at all of that.
And that's huge. And so that is part of the 45 minutes too. Is
Absolutely.
So it is, you come in here and you get everything from your, well, there you go, mind, body, soul.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
everything. Your mind, body, and beauty. Because I think you're right. So often, so many of us come in here after we've been through major life things.
Absolutely, because you're wanting to feel good. You're wanting to look good so that you feel good.
Right.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's so great. That is so awesome. And when did you start here?
I started after Jessica had been open for about a year.
Okay.
She's a dear friend of mine. I look up to her. I'm all about, you know, my belief is that we surround ourselves with females that are powerful and, you know, bring more to the table. And she is absolutely that person for me. I respect her as a human, as a mom, as a mother, and as a business owner. So it was a very easy decision for me to come over and be here with her and work in this space. We go way back. We have some history. So,
you guys are such powerful, beautiful women. And I love that she's tearing up even talking about this. And that's one thing I do want to say. When you come into this space, and yes, obviously I love these women all very deeply, but you do feel a sense of sisterhood and you feel connected. You don't feel judged and you feel so calm.
I'm
and I think
so happy that you say that.
100%.
That's huge for us.
Yes, Jessica and I have talked about this for a long time. When I first came in, I was just kind of all over the place, and she calmed me in like 50 seconds, and I'm like, I like it here.
It's a safe place.
It is a safe space,
I mean, you know, Jessica laughs at me because there are mornings I feel overwhelmed. I'm a single mom to a 4-year-old and trying to get him to preschool, and it's like, I just need to get to work, you know? And she's like, that's crazy that you feel that way, but it's a safe place, not just for our clients, but for us as providers and employees here. So I'm glad that you feel that.
100%. Well, I want to say thank you guys so much. This was such a moment, and truly, I want everyone to know that when you come in here, you feel so good from the inside out, and
That's everything.
I'm excited to come back. I'm not going to
Yeah. Well, we'll be excited to have you.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Gretchen.
And keep it right here for more of the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good morning, Vail.
Let's take one final look at that local weather forecast for today. We are expecting to see that precipitation come out in full force. 41 degrees first thing this morning, 46 degrees is our high, 90% chance of precipitation throughout the course of today. Now, rain showers are likely. We are expecting to see winds come out of the west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, cloudy skies first thing this morning. Rain showers are likely. They're going to lighten up as we approach this evening. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, temperatures down in Denver quite cooler than they were yesterday. 55 degrees, 90% chance of precipitation. Now, as we make our way into Eagle County, we are expecting those increased chances of precipitation as well. Temperatures not very warm here currently. As we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 39 degrees is our overnight low. 80% chance of precipitation, and we will see that rain a little bit lighter throughout the course of tonight. Winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, tomorrow, increased chance of precipitation. 50% chance of moisture Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, decreasing by Monday with a 30% chance of precipitation. 40% chance on Tuesday, and we will start to see those temperatures warm back up into the 60s by Monday. So a little bit cooler out there than it's been, and a lot less sunshine than we saw the last couple of days. If you are getting out there to do anything, give yourself some extra travel time on those roadways, since we will see some standing water, but also make sure that you pack a rain jacket with you. We want to thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here each and every morning for the 2 hours to bring you so much information about what's taking place in our community, only because we have such a wonderful community. Make sure that you go to vailgov.com for more information on some of the housing programs and that e-bike rebate that's taking place in Vail. And then, of course, make sure you go to Discover Vail for more information about the fun activities we have happening. Again, we want to thank you for tuning into your Thursday edition of Good Morning Vail. Like I said, we love getting to be here, and we're going to bring you some more great information tomorrow, so make sure that you tune in again tomorrow. Get out there, everyone. Have a great Thursday and pack your rain gear with you.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the Rockies.